Do you know what I like to do on a Saturday after I work out? I like to look at some baseball cards. All right, guys, I have a few things to show you. First, I have 1934 Gaudy, and this is Adam Komorowski. Now, Adam Komorowski came up with my Pirates. He was actually a good player with the Pirates. Had a good first part of his career. He's the only National League outfielder to have 2 unassisted double plays in a single season. Led the league in triples one year and led the Pittsburgh Pirates all time in doubles until it was broken by Freddie Sanchez in 2006. This is him with Cincinnati. He went there later in his career, kind of after he was, I think he got hurt and it affected his playing, and the Pirates traded him to Cincinnati. Then we have a really great player, great offensive and defensive player. And if you never heard of him, I always say this, he's one of the best players you never heard of. And that's Indian Bob Johnson. He was an 8-time All-Star. I think he batted over 300 like 8 times in his career, 7 or 8 times. Just was a good player. I got this Lloyd Wainer strip card. And he was the all-time leader in hits by a rookie. His rookie season, which I point out a lot. And of course, Ichiro broke it. But I would say, I don't know if it's fair for a 27-year-old who was already playing professional ball to break it. But Lloyd Wainer, Little Poison. I had this card up in a display and I changed things around. And it's just one of my favorite all-time cards. And that's the Sandy Koufax card from '64 when he set the World Series strikeout record, which Bob Gibson broke in 1968. But a really great card. And I picked up a cut lower grade 1952 Yogi Berra. Never had this card. Got this 63 Veteran Masters. Already had this, but this is a nicer example. And this Calavito and Francona. Growing up, I didn't have a lot of the 2-player cards. For some reason, I never came across them. So when I grew up, I had to add them as I'm completing off these sets. Got a 53 Del Crandall, just a staple behind the plate for the Milwaukee Braves. Someone sent me a pack of 1991 Upper Deck football. Here are the highlights. This is really cool. And he was a great running back. Let me straighten this out in the holder here. I never bought any of these 91 cards. I had stopped collecting. Actually, never bought any of these, but this is James Brooks, the hologram card. I think it looks better in person. Of course, he was a great running back. He was very vocal about wanting to leave Cincinnati. They had a bad team. And he was going to retire, but they let him go to New England to finish his career. And, hey, this one's for you, James and Lou. Rod Woodson. The greatest all-around cornerback to ever live. And Pat Swilling. And who remembers him? Freeman McNeil. Good little running back. Then we had, I have this, this is just one of my favorite all-time football cards. Maybe one of my favorite all-time cards, period. This Haven Moses, and this is autographed. Just such a great look at football card. And I got Earl the Pearl. I don't know why I got this. I already had it. And I got this this Bob Brown, from 1967 Philadelphia. And hey, I picked this up. I know it's a more modern card. It's one of the Panini remakes of the Colgan's Chips, but how fabulous is this? I guarantee you some of you are going to go get this one. It's a beautiful looking Lou Gehrig. I'm not a big collector of vintage guys on modern cards, but I love the Colgan's chip set. And this is a unique Lou Gehrig pose. I got a couple frames, so I showed you guys the gift that I got, the Al Kaline poster. So I did get a frame to fit it. Looks good in there to go with my others. And I got a better fitting frame. And I showed this on my TV episode, which he reached out yesterday, and he was putting my segment together. So I'm so anxious to see how it turns out. But it didn't look that good, so I went out and bought a better frame that fits it better. But this is a uncut half sheet proof of these exhibit cards. These are thinner and shinier, and these were made to used to make the cards. And this is actually a half sheet cut in half, but it looks better in this frame. Not sure what will make the cut on that TV episode, but I'm just days away. I was watching the MLB Network today. I was catching some games, and man, I didn't know about Bally Sports Network because it's not down here as far as I know. But I was watching the Detroit game, and that was on the Bally's Sports Network. And I think the other game I was watching on there was Philadelphia. So if you're in those markets, you get that channel, and that's where your games are. And it's a channel that the Card Life's going to be on. So I'm getting real anxious to see it. I don't know if, man, it would be awesome if I got a copy of my segment ahead of time, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So anyway, that's what I have for you right now. My wife just got back from Germany. I got to go spend some time with her. Otherwise, she might divorce me. So, hey, once again, thanks for watching.